Welcome to the Umbrella Trends for Spring 2015. We begin with inspiration from the ancient world with Aegean, a nostalgic view with renewal, a stylish foundation with gray matter, a surreal vision of the future with dreamscape, and the evolution of global with our fifth trend, generate.
Aegean, ideas from the ancients reimagined. Aegean presents an archaeological approach to a seaside-focused aesthetic. We look at the importance of design stories that connect past and future as our imaginations travel into ancient history and apply to modern design. Aegean is an evolution of wavelength from spring 2014.
Networks is a program that takes discarded fishing nets from impoverished communities and recycles them into carpet tile.
Closed loop manufacturing is really just about trying to turn that line into a circle and saying whatever you take out of the ground and turn into a product needs to go back into another product.
Interface Flooring launched the Net Effect line this year, turning a waste product into beautiful modern carpet tiles. Pantone announced Dazzling Blue as the key color for spring 2014. The color instantly evokes the sea. Lost civilizations and extinct species have both received a lot of attention in 2013, with the De-Extinction Conference discussing ramifications of reviving lost species and a host of museum exhibitions focusing on extinct communities like the Mayans and the Etruscans. Hues appear washed out and sun-faded, as if patinaed by salty air and sunlight. Deeper saturations appear with indigo dyeing techniques that imitate ripples in water. Watercolored effects, paint-dripped smudges, and ombre effects capture the spirit of seaside culture. Textural prints and mark-making are important as we mimic surface decoration from ancient sources. Lost techniques are revived and reworked to mimic actual artifacts. The key materials are used to create objects with irresistible natural tactility. Threads, string, and rope are woven, tied, and knotted to serve as functional decoration. Natural stone, wood, veneer, humble ceramics, and iridescent shell finishes in modern silhouettes will add a seasonal update.
Renewal. Renewal harkens back to memories of the simple life. In response to our growing urban existence, this story explores a new mindfulness of natural well-being and the idea of living with less, restoring balance with the earth and rebuilding the primitive connection to who and what we are. The renewal environment has a modern pioneering spirit and is the life lived in open air. Products are natural, local, and ethical.
Hey, brother, do you still believe in one another?
Renewal is an evolution of Spring 14's Terra Strata and Fall 14's Province. The real-life Instagram project was conceived by Brazilian artist Bruno Ribeiro and creates the look of Instagram filters for visitors to enjoy all over the city of London, sparking commentary on real versus virtual worlds. The Smithsonian Institute is exhibiting works by contemporary ceramics artist Wayne Higby, whose pieces are inspired by his landscape in the American Southwest. Epicurean may very well be the next food movement, combining the ideas of local, organic, canning, and preserving. The United States is called the No Vacation Nation. We're the only nation with a developed economy that doesn't legally mandate vacation time for workers, and renewal is a reaction against this fact. Color is derived from the topography of the sun-washed landscape and is coated in a film of dust to capture a lazy afternoon. Pattern within Renewal has a clean craft or folk feeling with naive sketching, printing, and imperfect brushstrokes. Heritage references continue with ditzies and floral scatters. Fabrics are soft and overwashed to celebrate imperfections of slubs and textures. Woven handicraft and workwear accents enhance the pioneering spirit. Ceramics evolve into rough, textured, and of the earth, relying on darker clays and slip glazes to create collections.
Gray matter is the foundation of all things. Gray matter connects directly with the spirit of self-reflection. We have become the master of our own image, retouching the face and voice with a few clicks on a smartphone. As technology allows us to edit and curate with startling ease, this story begins to question the role of authenticity in the age of unlimited identities.
Until you go, we come as far as we're ever gonna get. Until you realize that you should go, come in misery where you can see as old as
Gray matter is an evolution of Fall 14's Mystic and Fall 13's Focus umbrella trends.
the way is long, but you can make it easy.
Japanese artist Shinichi Maruyama is an amazing sculptor that uses water and gravity to create unreal compositions to photograph. Apparel designer Takun launched a new line called Edition that he uses to experiment around the idea of basics loaded with style. The idea of self-reflection is most evident with Oxford Dictionary's word of the year for 2013, selfie. South African newspaper, the Cape Times, launched an advertising campaign that turned historical photographs into selfies.
As old as your omens.
We rely on materials, both hard and soft, to provide our palette. Ranges of natural stone, leather, ceramic, and wood varieties are explored with surprising depth.
Cold heart from
Silhouetted pattern is dominant and plays with black, white, and classic neutrals. Mathematic and technologically inspired circular imagery bring a calm and collected silence with its infinite form and timeless aesthetic. Brushstrokes are again exaggerated and imperfect, and sometimes even blur the subject. Chaotic toss patterns are an update for classic form.
you put your head in my hands.
Materials are pure and primitive. Surfaces are muted in soft glazes or have only a spritz of color. There is a Japanese sensibility to silhouette and function of the products. Material duality is evident with the continued use of warm metals for accents and newer combinations of wood and glass. Imperfections are embraced as evidence of the maker.
Dreamscape is a premonition of what's to come. Dreamscape reacts to high-definition technologies and captures a level of emotion more effectively than ever before. Sensory experiences and photographic prints help us celebrate the beauty of our surroundings with a veiled sense of romance and low levels of saturation, creating a unique feminine aesthetic. Dreamscape is an evolution of Spring 2014's Botanic Blush. Artist Sophia Collier has used a mathematical algorithm for CNC machines to create randomized patterns on slabs of glass that perfectly capture the surface of a body of water. Los Angeles artist David Wiseman is reviving Baroque themes to create surreal botanic sculptural installations like in an LA library. Japanese fashion designer Kiko Nishiyama digitally prints her ready-to-wear fabrics with fantastical florals in dreamlike, kaleidoscopic repeats. Unglazed color combinations are overtly feminized and purely floral-based. White-based tones illuminate the powdery applications that reference an updated pastel palette. Subtle paint effects and loose painterly watercolors form ethereal pattern combinations. A wide array of floral expressions let the mind wander. Slight variations on a theme creates a collection, uniqueness in each piece. The pattern supports the overall weightless form language. Subtle surface texture is important as classical references are updated with frosted effects, ombres, or lightly tinted. Glassware finds its updated classical roots, while textile weave structures gives a restful summery look. Translucent cast resin takes on a mysterious quality when lightly tinted.
I'll be alright. I turn off the lights and swim into the night.
Generate is the future of the global maker. Generate represents the continual blurring of ethnic design in the future and draws inspiration from retro graphics and contemporary artwork. The aesthetic is playful and joyful in response to the gentility and calmness of the 4 other trend stories. The Southern Hemisphere is home to this aesthetic, where consumers are seeking adventure with progressive form and dazzling color. Generate is an evolution of Spring 2014's Junglescape and Fall 2014's Assemble umbrella trend. Apparel designers sent surprising collections down the Spring 2014 runways, with looks by Dries Van Noten that are a marked departure from his usual reserved aesthetic. House of Holland previewed a very modern approach to print mixing for both women and men. The London Design Museum will host the most comprehensive retrospective ever of the work of Paul Smith. From cameras to cars, the designer's impact in the fashion and home world is certainly an optimistic one. Colors fuse and provoke thermal shocks in the heat of sun-soaked destinations, shifting directly from warm to cool tones to create a high-energy atmosphere. Prints are busy, bold, and hypnotic. Surfaces are enlivened and intensified with graphic motifs and mosaics to create big, visual impact. Even walls become dominated with bold geometrics, stripes, and chevrons. 70s-inspired florals and chevrons complete the portfolio. Synthetic materials thrive on contrast and daring style mixing, with colored acrylics, heavily tinted glass, futuristic anodized aluminum, and metal fretworks. Pieces within a collection are playful with mixed materials and varied weaves.
To summarize the 5 trends for Spring 2015, here are the 6 key points to remember. Natural and synthetic materials get woven, knitted, and knotted. Pattern is expressed with artisan brushwork techniques. Blue and brown color combinations are back in focus. Color for materials replace painted or patterned surfaces. Tiled surfaces get a refreshed, modern look, and unglazed clays and stone in modern silhouettes are an exciting update. The 4 big ideas are threads that connect all 5 trends together and will be expressed in several brand and season concepts. First, silhouettes have refined into modern shapes. Color revives product for spring with an overall optimistic palette. Material duality describes the pairing of contrast materials to beautiful effect. Lastly, Future Global describes the evolution of ethnic patterning in craft.